last week at Dover. Do we have to? Yeah. Last week at Dover, we were taking care of business, running top 10. Things going good, and it stopped going good. Had a couple wrecks. We actually ended up looking all right. We had a great random caution there that reset our tires. We were able to give it one last go, but then we wrecked with Johnny Benson, and we ended up getting a DNF. And we ended up finishing way back, 10 laps down. You can watch the end of that to see how that played out. All right, moving on to Martinsville. We got 6 races left. We did okay here the first time. And here's what the points looked like. We talked about this at the end of Dover. We're tied with Mark Martin. Unbelievable. We knew he was just laying in the cut the last handful of races. Now he's on us. As for the playoff drivers, pretty much all of them are starting in the top 10 here. Except for Johnny Andretti, who's starting 11th, and Earnhardt starting 16th. We're starting 10th. All right, let's kick the tires and light the fires. Yeah, starting 10th. Not a fan of starting on the outside at Martinsville, but that's the way it is. Pit window's probably a little bit after 100 laps. We'll see what happens with the AI. Watch the... Get ready now. Going green. You'll see it this time around. See the Mountain Dew logo over here on the wall? Watch that the next time we come through this turn. Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green. Nice. We got it. We got down here in a hurry. You see that Mountain Dew sign? Jump. I have to test to see if that was actually happening with the original Martinsville, but I think, yeah, I think jumping in there and changing some of the Winston Cup signage. There's all these numbers. I won't get into it, but if you don't import it exactly how you exported it, things just go off the rails a little bit. Haven't really had big issues at any tracks. This is the first time I've noticed something weird. It has something to do with mini pixels and what the picture looks like from a distance compared to up close. That stuff's a little bit above my pay grade. Anyway, let's find a rhythm here. Be sure to hug this curb when someone's behind us, or else we're getting spun out. Man, that doesn't want to... I'm overcorrecting too much when I'm trying to get off the curb. I don't know if it makes sense. It makes sense in my head. I know what I got to do now. We do have to take care of the tires because this is a long tire run. And we sometimes get a caution on the starts, and we didn't get one here on the double foul start. Our mission is still the same. Just get good finishes and see if the gods give us a break with Jeff Gordon somewhere. Clear outside. One random caution this race. I don't know if you can hear my wheel creaking. It's the first time I've heard it creaking. all season. It's because I'm really yanking it to get around these turns. Okay. That's what we got to watch for. What Jimmy Spencer just did. Didn't really affect us in the first race because we knew it was coming and we know how to deal with it. All right. Bottom right, our fastest lap at the first Martinsville race was a 21.307. So we got in trouble, I think, at Dover, worrying about getting a fast lap, and we ran into Johnny Benson. Just a rookie mistake. No doubt about it. Alright, let's regroup here. Find the best way to attack these turns. Starting to find it here. Oh, look at that, 21-2. Wow. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting into the brakes and not being in the brakes when you're in the turn. You need the perfect amount of brakes to roll through the turn. Get back on the gas at the perfect time. Oh, and you got to do it 400 times. That's right, we are running just a 200 lap race. Not 250, which would be 50% of the 500 that they run. It's just that's a lot of laps. We're slowly reeling these guys in. Looks like we're already coming up on lap traffic. And we're running consistent 215s, 214s right now. Really good stuff. They've really fallen off behind Rudd. But I'm not looking forward to getting into the mess up here. We do much better here when someone isn't on breathing on us in the turns. You know what? I think I found the line around here, and it sucks. Just as we're getting into traffic. I don't remember actually being in a lot of traffic in the first Martinsville race. I think there were cautions And we ran a lot of that thing single file. I just don't remember being in chaos. But we're going to be in there, and we're going to be in it here in the next few laps. And with it, and with it comes weird brake checks, a lot of stuff. Really, I honestly didn't expect to lose a spot there. But whatever. But I'll tell you what, I'm having fun here. Tire wear's looking good. You see how we're just missing nicking that curb coming out of the turns? That's the line. We weren't close there. We gotta be closer than that. Alright, let's get around Bill Elliott. Because look what we have here. We have Jeff Gordon up on the high line. And if we play our cards right, never mind. Spin him out, Bobby. Oh, I thought he was going to get him. But yeah, if we find Gordon on the top line here, we have to get side by side with him. Let a group of cars behind us catch up. And have them just freight train him stuck on the outside and lose spots. We gotta use everything on our arsenal. Alright, Bobby Labonte's gonna be on us. Dang it. I think that's the game plan, though, going forward. When we know someone's on us, we're just not going to get through that turn fast. We have to put the brakes on, make sure they don't get into us, and live to fight another day, which is just the next turn. Oh, let's not spin out Gordon. He took a weird line like he was giving us the spot. And we dove in there a little too brazenly. But as it stands, he's basically just, he's punching a hole in these guys and we're just following him. So Gordon's fourth, Rusty Wallace is third, Martin's second, and Dale Jarrett's going to be up here for the lead. He's having a lot of trouble with lappers. Not surprising. But I'm really looking forward to that 1994 season we run with every driver's aggressiveness to the max. It might turn out to be a steel cage match every race. I don't know. All right, here's our game plan. Winning the race isn't as important as gaining points on Jeff Gordon. What's Mark Martin doing up there? So yeah, we're definitely driving like a jerk right now. Just trying to get a group of cars behind us to hang Gordon out to dry. And they don't want to play ball right now. I don't think that plan is going to work out. It's definitely not going to work out when he spins us out. Alright, we're going to abandon that plan and get back to racing here. Alright, we're in the thick of it here again. Lap 67, I mean, we're a third of the way through this already. There's Jeff Gordon. Stay away from us, boy. Should have, okay. I was going to say we should have made a pass on Rusty Wallace there, but we did. They're having trouble with Skinner and Sachs racing side by side. Jarrett is 3 seconds ahead of us.
Still there. Clear outside. You're now in third.
What I didn't want to see was Jeff Gordon riding our coattails. I had to move up the track there to make sure he didn't spin us out.
Outside.
All right. Now that we just so happen to be side by side with Gordon, and he can possibly get hung up by Greg Sachs. We really need Robbie Gordon to catch up to us, man. I had to make that move. I had to make that move because Greg Sachs was doing something stupid. I don't even remember what he did, but it was something that forced me to get wild. Alright, never mind.
Outside. Stay low. Keep low.
This game plan we have of trying to hang Gordon out,
Clear.
it's not going to work. These cars just aren't as fast as him. It would work if there was somebody racing for position with us,
Good job. Car outside.
but we just have lappers. Alright, we're coming up on a mess here. We're probably 25 laps or so from pit stops. No DNFs, no nothing. Dave Marcus is 2 laps down. I doubt he's that slow.
Car outside.
So he probably had a trip down pit road somewhere.
Stay low. Stay low.
And the speeds are going to get weird here. Because, yeah, all the tires wear, all the cars go slower.
Clear.
But then
Outside.
the leaders are actually
Clear.
being held up by the slowest of the slow on the slow tires. And it gets to be a little bit of a circus.
Car outside. That car's a lap down. Still there. Clear outside.
I'm probably done changing paint schemes and stuff too. 'Cause I think we've seen all of them. Whoa. Slow car? What is this?
Inside. You got a slow car down low. Clear. Car inside. You got a slow car down low. Still there.
Not exactly sure what happened there. That was Bobby Labonte.
Car's a lap down. Okay, you're in second.
And that didn't bring out a caution? All right, sir. All right, jumping in because I wanted to see what happened here. Okay, Labonte blew his engine. And was technically off the track, so that's probably why. The game was just reading that he was off the track here. And yeah, there's no caution, but Bobby Hamilton, let's wait and see what happens to Bobby Hamilton, because when I was finding Bobby Labonte, Bobby Hamilton's engine was all messed up. So he comes to a stop on the track. And Cal Petty got hit. Never mind. It was Cal Petty's hood. We have another smoker here. Jeff Gordon? We can only hope. But I don't think it was him. Alright, getting a little racy here. Getting around these lappers. But I tell you what, these guys aren't a pushover here at the end of the tire run.
Clear. Outside. Clear.
That was Darrell Waltrip we lost. Dale Jarrett is 6 seconds ahead of us. Bunch of playoff drivers in the top 10. Bobby Labonte's gone for the race. Yeah, that's what stinks about the playoffs is you just you can't have Can't have a bad finish somewhere. Maybe if the playoffs are 10 races or something. I don't know. I don't know, maybe Dave Marcus is that slow. Because here's Morgan Shepherd. We've already passed him once. He's probably 2 laps down. Yeah. Alright, let's not get spun out by Brett Bodine. Halfway home, baby. So, gotta start thinking about a pit stop. What the strategy is. It's tight quarters on pit road. It's tight quarters getting onto pit road, coming off a pit road. May have some AI accidents. So we don't want to pit early. And by the looks of it, we're going to lose a second per lap. But then people are in traffic. It might be... it might just be moot anyway if you pit early for any kind of short pitting strategy. It doesn't even matter because if you're stuck behind a slow car, you're not going to get your speed out of the tires anyway. Caution free thus far. Pit stops have begun. We kind of pulled away from that group that was held up by Morgan Shepherd. There's Dale Jarrett in the pits. Let me tell you what, I mean, we're sitting here, we got a decision to make.
You're in first.
We led a lap there. And we're sitting here with open track in front of us. And we can turn in some fast laps. I want to see what we're doing here. If we're in the 21s... 21.7, what? Yeah, we're staying out. We're not going to hit any traffic on pit road. We don't have to worry because it's really tight there.
That car's a lap down.
This is a good strategy. I'm calling it right now that after pit stops we're going to be in the lead. This just fell in our laps. But
Car inside. That car's a lap down. Clear inside.
party time's probably over here now.
Car outside. Clear outside. Keep it to 35. Keep it under
'Kay.
3,500 in second. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,500 in second.
Just taking our time. We're way down near turn 1. We're in no rush at all.
We'll give you a half a can of fuel.
Nice. And Bobby Labonte's out for the race. We don't have to worry about him jumping in, giving us the business. I'm gonna say we're in the lead. Coming out of the pits. I don't know. We're gonna be close.
Go, go! Keep it to 35. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
We have to gain 4 seconds.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Limit 35. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. Okay, merge when you can. Keep low. That car's a lap down.
Okay, that's... Remember what these tires are like here. And we are in first. Dale Jarrett's right on us somewhere. Alright, good strategy. It wouldn't have worked if we didn't have open track in front of us. And we just spent whatever tires we had left there. Now it's up to us to punch a hole in the lappers, and I think... Uh-oh. And I think we're going to do a better job of it than what the AI can do. I don't like what's going on here with Cope and Jeff Burton. And Jeremy Mayfield, for that matter. Something's about to give here. Okay. Wouldn't mind beating Dale Jarrett back to the line. We got it.
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the pace car. Stay behind the pace car and the 99 car. Whoa, 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 slow down.
Let's stay up to the top of the track, not get hit.
Stay behind the pace car and the 99 car.
We gotta wait for the pace car now. You guys gotta let us through.
Stay behind the pace car and the 99 car.
Here comes the pace car. I don't see pit stops here. Alright, checking out the caution here. I remember seeing Steve Grissom, and Mark Martin just spun him out. But we had another development when everyone was trying to figure out what to do with the pace car. We had a bunch of cars stack up here. A lot of guys. Mark Martin's beat up. Jeff Gordon is okay. Oh, the random yellow just flew during the caution. So there's our random yellow. We lost a lot of cars in that bunch up. Ken Schrader, another DNF. Jimmy Spencer, Ward Burton, Bobby Hamilton, Jerry Mayfield, Greg Sachs, and Dave Marcus are all out from that. We only have 11 cars on the lead lap. Jeff Gordon is 10 seconds behind us. That's because he was all the lappers. He's probably pulling up right behind Dale Jarrett right now. Wouldn't mind beating Jeff Burton to turn 1 here.
Green, green, green.
Hey, we get the New Hampshire jump on the start. That's good. See if we can take off here. We essentially still have fresh tires on with 74 to go. So we can definitely get interesting here. Jeff Burton, man, you don't need a lap that bad. Knock on wood or whatever. If we lead the rest of the race, I still don't think we're getting the extra bonus point. Mark Martin in the pits. I mean, that's good. That's good for us. That's good for us, you know, not having a third driver battling us for the overall points. If that's a DNF, although he's back on the track. Or no, he's doing the perpetual cycle this race, it looks like. Man, Jeff Burton's really making me work for this. He is Mark Martin's teammate. He may have orders to spin us out. All right, now that we have fresh tires on, we're going to try that line I was talking about. But, oh, so long ago I forget it. Yeah, it was an epiphany I had, and I don't have said epiphany right now. That might be it. Something like that. Yeah, there you go. You just have to time the acceleration out perfectly. Oh, I didn't get good traction coming out of there. And then if you're too greedy with it, that's what happens. But we don't have to be greedy with it. I just wanted to find that line. Friggin' turn in a 21.1. Wow. And this is just a mini New Hampshire now. See if we can just run away here. Oh, my heart skipped. But that's Ted Musgrave. Thought it was Jeff. Alright. AI's acting funny here.
You got a slow car down low. You got a slow car down low.
Dale Jarrett in the pits. What the heck? Why? Come on, Dale. I turned all your stuff up to 1,000. You shouldn't be having issues. I thought we put this behind us. I'm mad because that Jeff Gordon just gains a point from Dale Jarrett. Probably DNFing. He's not there anymore.
Outside. Stay low. That car's a lap down. Still there. Clear outside.
Alright, we have a development. My power just flickered in my house. Oh no. I just took a assessment of the standings. So if the power does go out, we'll just call this a rain shortened race. Poor Mark Martin. Alright, under 40 to go. Coming up on lap traffic. Let's remember not to get spun out by these guys in the turns. And the more guys we put between us and second place, the better. And right now, Labonte is 0.7 of a second ahead of Jeff Gordon. We'll just pass these guys nice and easy. Boy, I'll tell you what. I'm honestly glad that Dale Jarrett's not in the race, because I don't think we were winning this with him. Because before that caution, he was breathing on us. That was going to get dicey. And we were just able to pin him behind some lappers on that restart. And just with fresh tires, we were able just to put it down and take off. I know the feeling, Kyle Petty. He's not in the playoffs, by the way. His car has those fire orange wheels all the time. It's the Hot Wheels car. I wasn't going to take those from him for the playoffs. 19 laps to go without a care in the world.
Outside. Still there.
A caution would be... I don't know. I don't think it would matter. We got such a good jump here. It won't matter. Just riding it out here. Yeah, the AI cars, those leaders, just have no chance getting around these lappers. Again, looking forward to bumping up that aggression. Didn't want to do it in the middle of our season here and mess stuff up. I mean, we're by no means, quote-unquote, running away with this. We just got lucky. I mean, Dale Jarrett was 6-7 seconds ahead of the pack before that round of pit stops. And then we closed the gap before the pit stops. And that strategy changed everything. Have an open track to run on. And we barely got out ahead of him. We were, what, 0.7 ahead of him. I'm not really going for a pass here. Although we've really mastered the passes. Just really winding it down. Jeff Gordon did snake his way up to second. Not surprising
Car outside.
at all.
That car's a lap down. Still there.
All right, we've learned how to run Martinsville really well this race. So it might be an instance. It might be a thing of us running away from them at the end.
Still there.
Once we had open track in front of us, and I could
That car's a lap down. That car's a lap down.
experiment with that line I was talking about.
Keep low. That car's a lap down. Keep low. Clear.
Mark Martin still still making the rounds. Let's not get crazy here, though. 5 to go.
Outside. Just 5 more to go. Still there. Keep low. Still there. Clear outside.
But yeah, I'm going to put my notes that this requires probably a difficulty boost for the 1994 season. We have just figured it out. Of course, we're going to run that race at that difficulty when we haven't been on the game for 3 months, and it's going to be a disaster. Because again, my plan is to just throw 20 every track, one race at each track, throw them in a randomizer, and Martinsville might kick off our season at a harder difficulty. When I forget exactly what I've been doing here, it could get frustrating.
Just 2 to go.
2 to go. If a caution comes out, we're safe. Unless we bring it out. We're safe as in we'll take the checkers under caution. But we're taking the white flag.
Last lap. You the man. Come on, bring it home.
We're going to gain 7 points on Gordon. Unless somehow we led the most here, which I don't think we did.
Inside. Stay high. Clear inside.
Oh. Very nice.
You won! One problem. How are we gonna get your head out of that car? The race is over. Come on in.
All right, that's all she wrote. Big win. A lot of playoff drivers in the top 10. Gordon finished second. We'll look at those points. Andretti, fifth. I for some reason, thought he was going to do well here. Nothing wild going on in 15 through 30. And then some big names down here. Mark Martin was just perpetually just bad going in and out of the pits for that second half of the race. And then, of course, Ken Schrader had the DNF. And Bobby Labonte had the DNF. And here are the points after Martinsville. And I said we needed about 8 points a race to catch Gordon, and we got 7 here. So we got 5 races left. Still need about 8 points gained every race on Gordon. And you can see the playoff picture over on the left is tightening up. We're going to Charlotte now. Gordon dominated Charlotte at the Coca-Cola 600. We were doing top 10, top 5-ish until we pitted and a caution flag came out and ruined our race. But I'll see you there.